right. Let's see who comes into the room today. My hair is just... I was laying down cuddling with my boo, and I guess my hair decided to boo too. Boo! Just waiting on everybody to come into the room. While I do that, I'm going to chat with the people who come and watch this later. So as you can see by the title, the mirror reflects light. So that's what I want you to see when you're looking in the mirror, okay? It's light. The mirror cannot see in the dark. You see better in the dark than the mirror does, all right? Which is another good reason to face your shadows and to embrace all parts of yourself. Just make sure that whatever you see, that you don't allow it to hurt you or anyone else. You say, okay, hey, this is me. You love every bit of that. You give yourself permission to be okay, all right? I've already shuffled all the cards, but I'm infusing fresh truth, love, and energy, truth, love, and authenticity into the cards now while I wait for people to come into the room. We should be here any minute now. There's someone already. Hello, welcome. If you choose to, say hello in the comments, but hit that like button on your way in. I'm Jua, here to do a little tarot reading on this fine evening. But I'm just here to spread the message, all right, for the Divine Collective that it is our turn, all right? The sociopaths and the narcissists and the self-centered people and the greedy people, God bless them, but they've all had their chance. Hello, players. They've had their chance. So if you are a true lover, you have come to the right place. And I'm here to read tarot for the true lovers this evening. Those who look in the mirror and see light. Hello, Bartek. How are you? Glad you guys are in the room tonight. You guys hit that like button for me on the way in, okay? But yeah, we are here for the true lovers. Players or Bartek, if either of you would like a tarot reading. Hello, Maya. Okay, so I know I'm gonna do 1 or 2 tarot readings. Hello, Kim. You guys hit that like button on your way in for me. If I have the energy after I do those 2, then I will go until I get near the end of my rope. Hello, Ellison. I'm not going to wait until I get to the end because I do like to preserve my gift. Hello, Skibidi. Hello, Kim again, a new Kim. No, that's not a new Kim. Let me see. All right. You guys are doing okay, huh? It's a lovely Wednesday where I am. You guys hit that like button for me on the way in. I was shadow banned for a little while. I'm still trying to work my way back into the algorithm to get that ban lifted. I guess I was reflecting too much light. So they decided to shadow ban me. Hello, CD 3694. It's going well. How are things with you? You guys hit that having a good day. What's your name? Never been on this live. My name is Jua. That's Swahili for sunshine. You guys hit that like button. Okay, I'm glad you're all good, CD. Hit that like button for me. So yeah, Maya, and then I just come over here and do tarot live, but I also upload regular videos, pre-recorded, almost every day. But I'm trying to get back in the algorithm, so if you guys could hit that like button for me and share the live if you care to. Thanks for the comments. That helps as well. Also, subscribe if you find what you hear tonight intriguing. Anyone who wants a tarot reading, I know. Hey, Sandra, good to see you. I know I'm gonna do. Sandra was my mom's name before she passed. Um, yeah, hit the like, hit the subscribe if you care to. Hello, Elias. You're too late, Elias. I already have a young and you're on your mom's account. That's awesome. That's her name. Synchronicities all around. But yeah, so if you guys care to hit that subscribe button. So what I'm going to do is 2 to 3 tarot readings to start. And if I have the energy, I'll go after that. But go ahead, the first person who gets your question in the comment, I'll start your reading, okay? And then the first 3, let's just say the first 3 readings. What's your zodiac sign? Tell me yours first, Elias, and then I'll tell you mine. Okay, it's her. Oh, I'm an Aquarius too. I could never date an Aquarius. What is Calabrese? I don't know what that is. Where did you see that? All right. So the first person to get your question that you want a tarot reading on in the comments, I'll take the first 3, okay? And I'm going to do January. I'm going to do a 10 or 15-minute reading for each of you, okay? Hello, God Status. Hello, Ryan. The most beautiful man I ever dated, his name was Ryan. Okay, Sandra, Pisces in the house. Never been on this live, never seen one of you. Yeah, I've been here a few times, but I'm glad they brought you to me now. Hello, Joanna. All right, Ryan. Yeah, he was a beautiful man. He was from Jamaica. I'm a hot Aquarius cougar. I'm sure that my 30-year-old Leo love is feels the same way. Okay, who's my favorite singer? That would be Prince, followed by Sade. I also like Stevie Nicks. Salute from Portugal. Okay, good to see you here. Laxmi, I don't know what Laxmi means. God Status. Hello, Clay. Journey, I like Journey. I sure do. Okay. Yes, Purple Hearts, Too Sweet, 1111. Yes, Prince is my boo. I can listen to The Weeknd, but he's a little bit like new school. And I like some new school artists, but I typically don't like go looking for them. Yeah, Luther's a good one. India, hey. God Status, India. Okay. Taylor Swift, Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, somebody had put a question. Somebody had put a question in for their reading. Who was that? I missed it. That was God Status. You want to know what's coming in your life. You don't have anything specific you want to know. You just want to know what's coming. You're living in India. Hello, Clay Reeves, USA flag. It looks like a USA flag. Have I had my 25th birthday? Hey, Lily. Caribbean Queen. That's Billy Ocean, right? Washington State, Clay. Okay. All right, Joanna. Okay, so Joanna, we're going to do God Status first, and then I'm going to do yours, your second, okay? So let me Let me bring in. Let me clear the energy, okay? God status, I want you to take a few deep breaths for me so that I can. All right. Oh. Take a few deep breaths so I can tap into your energy, okay? Okay, Ryan, after I finish Joanna's, I'll do a collective reading for Aquarius, and that'll probably be my last one, okay? But we'll see. All right. God status, God status. All right. We are doing God status this reading. God status wants to know what's coming up. Okay. God status, are you, what are your pronouns? And let's see, are you male, female, or do you go by she, her, he, him, them, they? And what kind of love interest do you have? Because this is really nice here, what I'm looking at. Okay, let's start with these. Okay. Okay, that's what I see here. All right. What the hell? Paul, what are you talking about? Okay, I see you guys status. Okay, so it looks like at some point there was dealing with some self-worth. And it looks like that was probably with this Nine of Pentacles, something dealing with work or money, just trying to come together with a sense of your identity, establishing your idea of success, right? And your intuition kind of started kicking in to help you figure things out. Your subconscious started kind of building itself, and even though there was some fear and anxiety, you still just kind of tried to tap in, and you had a lot of courage and persistence of faith, being very resilient. And it's like you decided to just stand up and say, I'm doing this, okay? Because your Queen of Cups energy is full, okay? You're very compassionate, very nurturing and healing, right? And intuitive, very caring and comforting. And I see a King of Swords in your life who is very disciplined, very honest and truthful. He's kind of authoritative, like he takes control of his life, and he's um, more logical than, wearing his heart on his sleeves. But there is a lot of strength here. You have just really been standing in your courage and using your subtle power and that inner strength you have to stay focused. Okay. You did face some delays. All right. And just things kind of seem to slow down for you. Hello, Sandra. No, this is not the Aquarius reading. Okay. This is God status's reading right now. Okay. But you did have to start letting go of some things. You kind of paused and surrendered after these delays. And you're now looking to gain like deep insight on your next steps, which is probably how you landed on this reading. Okay. Let me know. Let me know if this is on track for you here. But yeah. So you made a lot of sacrifices as well. Oh wow. Now here comes the Magician card upright. So you have 3 major arcana just upright here, right in this row, but you have the 8 of Wands kind of in between, meaning there has been some standstill, has been some delays. I don't know what that emoji is. But hello, is it Alicia? Alicia? I can't really pronounce it. And Zarina, I'm doing a reading for God status right now, okay? So, but your strength is upright, okay? This is good. I'm going to put your major arcana here on this stand. Your hangman is upright. So good. And now the magician card comes in. So this is kind of where you are now. You know, there is manifestation power on your side. Lots of clarity starting to come in, self-confidence starting to build. Your creativity is, you know, kind of coming to full bear here. And whatever actions you take from now on, when you take them from that place of intuition, will be extremely powerful for your manifestation. Like at this point, nothing that you want, you can't have. You can have anything you want if you keep standing in your courage, if you keep your compassion, okay, if you keep that healing, you know, sense of caring and nurturing and comforting, but especially for yourself. Never leave yourself out of the equation when it comes to love. Start there and then go from there. Let your courage come from love. Let everything come from love and self-love, okay? So what's coming up for you is major manifestation power as long as you continue to act with courage. This King of Swords, I don't know if he's already in your life, but this is a good match for you. He came out right after your card did, okay? So he's a very good match. You are the heart, he is the head, and together you guys make a great union. All right? So, yes, I got a yes, okay? I love that. I love that. I'm glad to hear it. So, how do you feel about that reading? All right. Hello, Jacqueline. You said correct. Hello, Epan. Hello, Crypto Monsha. All right. Lucas Jr., you need to be loved. Remember, the caption here says that the mirror reflects only light. So whatever love you need, it has to start there. All right. Brian, why you on here cussing? Okay. Joanna, are you still in the room? It's time for your reading next. And then, hello, Rakesh. Thank you guys for all the likes as you're entering the room. Joanna, if you're still here, I'm going to do your reading next. Put your question in the comments section. Okay, God says you're very welcome, very welcome. I know you're thanking the universe, but all right. So, Joanna, if you're still here, I'm going to give you a minute to put your question in the comments section. If not, I'm going to do the general Aquarius reading for Elias, because Elias asked about that. Okay, so I'm going to give you a minute, Joanna, if you're still here. Oh, she might not be here. put your question in the comments so that I can do that reading for you. While I reset the cards and clear the energy here. All right. I just want to just take one hot second. I'm not going to give too much energy to this, just so they can not waste their time. But I do not address trolls, okay? Hello, Mumar. Thank you. I appreciate it. I feel beautiful. I do not address trolls. So if you're spending your time in the comment section, typing things about me being a witch or me needing to repent or, downgrading my looks or anything like that, you will not get a response from me, okay? So just so you can better spend your time and energy elsewhere, it might be just beneficial for you to know that, okay? All right, so we are clearing the energy from the last reading and from the trolls, okay? All right, thank you very much. All right. You can tell I used to be beautiful. Okay. All right, so Elias, I guess I'll go ahead and do the Aquarius reading now. So go ahead and take a few deep breaths for me so we're going to pull in all this Aquarius energy, okay? Okay. This is wild. This reading starting out crazy. Oh, goodness gracious. I ain't mad at it. Okay, Aquariuses. So, for those who have been dealing with, we're starting out with the Devil card upright and then the Knight of Wands reversed, okay? So, there is some, codependency and detachments, probably some toxicity, maybe some addictions and things like that we had been dealing with. This is past energy coming through here. And a lot of scattered energy and frustration behind delays, especially when it comes to passion projects. Hello, Cody and Kobe. Hello, Francis. Let's see. Rakesh. Hello. So, yeah, it's as if the understanding of what we needed to do kind of escaped us for a while here with the Aquarius energy, and things just kind of got stuck, right? We just delayed doing a lot of shadow work, a lot of inner work, removing all this toxicity out. And then in comes the Ace of Pentacles to create new opportunities, okay, and manifestation and abundance, which is followed by the Four of Swords, which gives us rest and time for contemplation. Meditation is going to be extremely important during this time, as well as solitude, okay? And when I say solitude, I'm not talking about isolation. I am talking about just taking time to self, to meditate, and to renew your spirit, okay? Do not isolate because it is not healthy, especially during a time when love is needed. I'm hearing cuddle therapy. I'm hearing time with friends. I'm hearing visit the neighbors, invite them over for tea. All right, because because of this Ace of Pentacles and the kind of abundance that's meant to be coming in for us at this time, we cannot isolate because we need to be sharing that energy out in the world because it's time to get a return and to reap that harvest. Okay, so to establish with this Queen of Pentacles some financial independence, but it's going to come with the need for self care, okay, and releasing any kind of conflict, not being self centered at all, okay, not smothering or jealous, but just, and not allowing that energy as well, not allowing anyone to, you know, uh, just hover over us to, steal your energy, steal your joy. If there's any work home conflict, go deep into, again, this deep mental and emotional rest. Continue to do the shadow work so that you can be in anybody's presence and not be shaken. Okay. So that financial independence and all that abundance, including your health, your looks with the self-care, everything will start to rebound and turn around because this King of Wands energy is part of who you are. It's a person who is a visionary and sees the big picture, a natural leader, okay, and someone who's able to overcome challenges, right? Very focused, because there is a tower moment coming, okay, and this tower moment is just a time of sudden change, sudden insight, a lot of release and revelation. All right, and that's going to be needed because when this abundance starts to roll in, you need to have shifted very majorly to be able to handle what's coming. Okay, so you do not want to be having, again, the death card comes right after the, yeah, that's natural energy for an Aquarius, but the death card coming right after the tower card is saying that be prepared for a major transition, okay, and rethinking your approach about things with this Seven of Swords, and then in comes the Hangman delay, reverse with, just stalling and indecision. This is procrastination at its finest here. But then we go again into deep rest and meditation. This is why I'm saying, like, taking time in solitude to really look inside self. Hello, Janice. To really look inside self and to see what's needed. Again, we started out doing shadow work. That is not a one-time thing. That's something that has to continue because Aquarius is an air sign and we're the quote unquote most intellectual of the air signs. We stay in our heads a lot, right? And so because we're all the way up here all most of the time, then the heart itself gets neglected. Okay. And so we get kind of fragmented and disconnected from ourselves in a lot of ways as Aquariuses. All right. So the idea is to go into deep meditation and in order to connect to self and to integrate all the parts that bring love up to the brain, up to the mind, and bring the mind down to the heart so the two can connect and we can balance. Okay. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, if there's any lack of inner joy here, yeah, dissatisfaction, that's moving out. Okay, with this Chariot card, that's getting ready to just like be pushed out. So it's again that tower and that death. This is a time for great transformation here. This is a time to release anxiety and worry, okay, because your magician energy is upright. So manifestation power at its finest, right? Self-confidence and clarity. So just be prepared for it through taking time to meditate, taking time for self-care, looking within and seeing what it is exactly that you want out of life, and just trusting the divine, that it has happened, not that it is happening or that it will happen. It has happened. It's just a matter of you catching up to that timeline, and that timeline catching up to you. But what meditation does is it closes the gap of that timeline. Okay. So I meditate about 30 minutes every day, at least once a day. Sometimes I'm able to get to twice a day, but the gaps in that timeline of what is really meant for you and where you are, meditation closes that gap along with self-care. Because when you start to self-care, you tap more into self-love. Okay. And the more love you build inside, then that generates the proper energy to close timelines as well. Okay. All right. Let me see. Let me see what the oracles have to say here. All right. So this is the dragonfly in reverse. So yeah, there's nothing more that you need to concern yourself with about knowing. You don't need to really know about what's going to happen here. And you don't really necessarily even need to worry about setting boundaries, right? If you just completely focus on, the bringing out the love and the light within yourself, then everything that's not meant will fall away. But when we focus too much on what needs to go, or what we can't see, then that takes away from the light inside of us being able to grow, because we're shining it in places that are not necessary. All right. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got two cards, if I can get them out of here. Okay, so we got the poker face in reverse. Again, there is no need to hide anymore. You got the Phoenix rising in reverse. So this is as if, like, if your mind keeps changing like that, if you're hopping from thing to thing to thing, you can't rise from the ashes of the things that have already been healed. Okay. A lot of the things that we are healing, we are already healed from. So you are healed as you're healing, and you have to look at it as if it's, oh, I'm healed, even though this might be a thing or that might be a thing. You just haven't closed the gap of that timeline. But you also need to be willing to take the risk to let people in, and release your poker face, okay? And just let people know that, yes, you do indeed. The mirror card came out. That's why I titled I didn't even know this was going to come out during this reading, but the title is something about the mirror always reflects only light or something. But this is, self-reflection and introspection. That's the word for the day. It's like meditation and going inside and seeing what's that. No longer thinking that we're not enough. We're not going to do that. No more self-sabotage. Okay. And one of the ways that you can deal with self-sabotage is to, before making a decision, say to yourself, and this is something I say to my granddaughter, like when she asks me, can she go do stuff or this or that? I say to her, yes, you can. However, make sure that whatever you do is not going to make you love yourself any less when it's over. Okay? So anything that's going to make you love yourself less, and because you're doing shadow work, make every decision eyes wide open, okay? And so that you don't have to deal with regret. All right? Do away with outdated thinking and ruminating on the old events. When your mind starts to ruminate on things that are, heavy or hurtful, just tell yourself, well, this is now. So that doesn't even exist. I'm sitting right here in this chair in this moment. So how can that hurt me? It can only hurt me if my mind goes back there. But if my mind goes back there, then I'm not here. I'm someplace pulled out of my essence, pulled out of my heart, pulled out of my life, back into a painful state that isn't serving me. Okay. So here's the self-indulgence card. This is going to be your last card. Again, it's dealing with self-worth. It's dealing with shadow work. Same thing I've been saying. Time to heal and self-appreciation. Okay. So that is the Aquarius reading for the day. Love on thyself. All right. Get that meditation in. Don't allow your mind to struggle with you. Okay. One thing that I have been telling myself recently is I aim to war no more. You're very much welcome, Ryan. I don't want to war anymore. I'm not struggling. I'm not fighting. I'm not doing none of that. If it can't be done easily, then matter of fact, I'm not sure if you guys can see my little whiteboard here, but it says easy, gentle, loving, caring. All right, so that is. You're very welcome, Elias. Yes, merci. I love it. But yeah, easy, gentle, loving, caring. I look at that at least 10 times a day, and it snaps me back into the moment, because that's what I desire for my life. And sometimes if my mind starts to wander in other places, it's right there for me to see. And it's like, oh, that's the vibe that I want to be on. So let me get on that. Easy, gentle, loving, caring. All right. So I'm resetting the cards now. Hey, Jamila, I have a cousin who goes to the casino. I actually don't. I'm so glad you're here. It's your first time. I actually don't do casino or lottery readings. That just hasn't been something that the divine has. Max, you just getting all the readings, ain't you? Hey, Jacqueline. So yeah, that's just not something the divine has put on my heart to do. Okay, it's nothing personal. Please don't take it that way. Francis. Okay, Francis wants us. Francis, are you still here? Okay. Let me see. Francis got here first, Jamila. So let me see if Francis is still here. And if Francis is still here, then I'll do her reading. But if not, I will do you a general one, because I didn't see anyone else. If I overlooked anyone, please forgive me. But thank you, Ryan, for the subscription. I appreciate that. And thanks, everybody, for all the likes as you're coming into the room. That's very kind of you. Very kind. All right. Resetting the cards, resetting the cards, resetting the cards. Francis, I'm going to give you about 30 more seconds to let me know if you're still here or not. And if not, I'm going to do Jamila's reading. Hello, Bipasha? Am I saying it right? Bipasha? I'm actually about to do a reading for Jamila because I don't think Francis is here. But if so, all right. Jamila, Elias wants to know what's your sign. Elias is big on them signs. All right. Hello, Zarina. Okay. Jamila, I am clearing the energy right now for your reading, okay? Just clearing the energy. Okay. Gemini, okay. All right. Bipasha, I only do free readings when I go live, but I only do short readings and I only do a few per live because I do have to preserve my gift and my energy, okay? I've seen too many seers and healers get burnt out from not knowing when to when to say no, okay? All right, but let's see. So we are doing Jamila. Okay. Jamila and then Jacqueline. All right. So Jacqueline, if you hang around, I'm going to do Jamila's and then I'm going to do yours. And that's probably going to be the last one, guys. So somebody put that in the comments for me every few minutes if you remember that Jacqueline is the last reading, okay? Thank you guys for hitting that like button on your way in and any subscriptions. If you guys want to subscribe, I'd appreciate that as well. You guys don't owe me anything, obviously, because I chose to be here. I love using my gift. So anything that you do by way of likes and subscribing is a gift to me. So I appreciate it. Jamila, take a few deep breaths for me, sweetheart, so I can tap into your energy. All right, here we go. All right. So I'll need feedback during your reading so I can make sure this is your energy that I'm reading and not someone else's in your orbit, okay? But this is beautiful so far. All right, so it looks like we're starting out with the star card reverse, which there seemed to be some discouragement and maybe some lack of faith, okay, and some insecurity. Things were kind of disorganized, all right? There was a lack of balance. You were overwhelmed and felt overcommitted, all right? But this is a time of completion, all right? Because the world card comes in upright, a time of fulfillment and, wholeness and attainment of the beautiful things that you want. Your time is arriving, okay? And you say, yes, okay, true. All right. And your time is arriving. This world card, I'm getting some beautiful energy here. If you've been thinking about traveling, then that's in the cards for you as well, because you have so beautiful here. You have both the 10 of Cups and the 3 of Cups upright, which is just divine love and harmony, beautiful, blissful relationships, fulfillment of dreams come true, family contentment, total love and support, okay? And then a celebration of friendship. What I'm seeing is collaboration, but I'm also seeing that you're just being heralded and embraced as someone to love. It's as if, man, this is so much love here. Like everywhere you go, you're making friends. People are just pouring out everything, to you by way of love, affection, generosity, kindness. Your creativity is like booming, okay? Your happiness is full, but this is only going to come with this 5 of Swords energy reverse. If you reverse any past resentments, okay, and making amends, start forgiving, You feel like that is starting. It's definitely here. In order for it to come to full circle for you, though, make amends with anyone who is seeking to. Now, you can do this mentally and energetically. If it's somebody that you're not safe around or somebody who you know hasn't changed, you don't have to allow them back in your orbit, but energetically forgive them and release and make amends with them in your heart. Release any resentment, okay? Because things absolutely with this Ten of Swords reverse cannot get any worse for you. It's only upwards from here. Complete recovery, okay, from everything that you've been through. Any kind of material loss, all right? And anyone who in your orbit is greedy, cut them out, okay? Yeah. Do you have someone who's in your pockets right now who is ungrateful? They're or in your orbit, in your friend group or family member, they're obsessed with wealth and status, but they're not good with money. Yes, okay. That person is coming up right up against this Ten of Cups energy in this World card here. So that is somebody who you're not sure. That is somebody who can also hinder what you have going on. So don't be suspicious, because I don't like to tell people, oh, start looking out. Just be aware, okay? This may be somebody that you haven't met yet. If anybody starts, seeing that your light is coming on and that you're starting to shine, that you're getting all this love and recognition and generosity for people, and they start to feel entitled, okay, you're going to, with this Two of Swords, feel like you can't make a right choice, okay? They're going to try to confuse you and say, oh, well, you owe me, or why can't you share? You don't have to. Let me just say this, okay? There is no right choice when it comes to how you give to people, okay? Hello, Ramana. How you give to people is something that should flow naturally, okay? If your first instinct is to say no, then that needs to be what you say, stand on with no explanation, because the universe is guiding you on how to give. Sometimes we think we should give just to be giving, or because it's the right thing to do, or to be nice, or, well, I have it. So sometimes the universe doesn't want that person to have anything from you, because first of all, it pulls your energy into their direction when you're supposed to hang on to that energy. Secondly, it's something that's not meant for them at that time. So the universe is trying to do a work on them, or the universe needs them to elevate their vibration to be able to handle what it is they're asking for, okay? And then sometimes it's just plain old karma, like they don't deserve it, okay? So if your first instinct is to say no, then just say it and go on about your life. Because you are, I ain't gonna say gonna be, you are so blessed. Like, this cup is these cups are overflowing, okay? Who is this person, man? This is somebody just toxic and codependent. Who is this? Is this a former lover? Because this is the Two of Cups reverse. Somebody that brought in a lot of, this is a breakup here. Somebody that brought in a lot of distrust and tension that you couldn't communicate. That you couldn't communicate with. That they trying to get back in your orbit. This is definitely a former lover here. Hello, Hakeem. I have one person that I'm doing now, and then I'm going to do Jacqueline, and she's going to be my last one for tonight. I'm sorry, I'm almost at an hour already that I've been here. So Jamila, is that true? Is there a past lover that's hanging around? Because if they're not, they're going to try to get back. This is why the Most High is telling you, giving you all these things to look out for, because when I say blessed beyond measure, All right. Yeah, a lot of deception and manipulation. But you have, okay. Yeah, so these are people who are just hanging in the wings. But the more your light comes on, trust me, you are you are drawing such beautiful energy, but unfortunately that comes with the territory of people coming out of the shadows. Okay. Hello, Nelly. Yeah, girl. You got to stay away from them too. Them toxic relationships, okay? But this brings people out of the shadows. So this is the universe, the divine, the most high educating you on how to handle your blessings. The sun card comes in, okay, to say stay positive. All right, maintain your happiness, your vitality, your joy, and your warmth. Okay, continue to bask in this celebration of this three of cups. Remember that all is well. You are going through a rebirth. I'm not sure if you're an overgiver. This could be the reason. Well, with this moon card, yeah, it's possible that you are an overgiver. This moon card reversed. And you repress your emotions. You don't know how to say no. Is that right? Because all of these directions on how to handle these blessings usually comes from those who are over givers. Okay. Yeah, this is a sudden change. Very, very sudden. Some things, um, okay. Yeah. So that over giving stuff, that's got to go out the window, hon. You got to get a major revelation, um, and just release all of that. With this tower, a lot of these people are going to fall off on their own, but some of them are going to hang on for dear life because they just want to hit a lick. They don't care if it's financial, they don't care if it's spiritual or emotional. Okay, they just trying to hit a lick of some kind. All right, so let me move to the oracle cards. Let's see which ones I want to use. These. Okay. Take a couple more deep breaths for me. Let's tap into the oracles, okay? All right. So yeah, you say your daughter too? So you got the genius card that came out. There is some kind of exceptional ability that you have, something very extraordinary about you, which would make people butt heads with you. And then you're a Gemini as well, okay? So you have some extraordinary gifts, major intellect, a very innovative mind. It's people just don't know how to take you, okay? This is the player card, all right? But this represents someone who is very elegant and, you know, charming, okay, and lives a very leisurely life. So that's where you're headed. You're headed to a place where, you know, all eyes on me. I can't help it. I didn't do it. The universe did, okay? Overwhelming. Okay, so here is the mother card. All right, so this is selfless love, like comfort. You know, this is the universe letting you know that you are indeed covered, that you are nurtured, okay? The source of all life is on your side, all right? So you don't have to worry. Here's the bartender card, all right? So I'm getting that this is not your energy, okay? This is saying be careful when you go out on your little socialite events. You are going to be the belle of the ball. Watch your drinks very carefully, and don't fall for all the small talk and all the ones who are just going to be fawning all over you, because your beauty is going to come. So here's the lover card. There will be one, okay? Someone, an infinite love coming, okay? And have you been afraid to risk taking risk loving again. Okay, but there's a lover out here for you. Just, anybody that comes up to you at a bar and they're just like acting like, oh, just got too much swag, we're not giving them a time of day. Yeah. So clarify this card for me. Clarify this card. Do you like to dance? You married now? Okay, so this is your person then. All right. This is an infinite love here. Are you a gambler? Are you the one who asked me earlier about gambling? Okay, so yeah, do a lot of that. That's going to be very healing for you, and it's going to help you draw in very, very beautiful energy. Okay, and thank you, Most High. It's going to heighten that. It's going to heighten that genius energy that you have. Okay. The civil servant card in reverse is again a call to not be an overgiver, but your community card has come in. Okay, your community card has come in to say again, there is connection, there is collaboration, there's all these beautiful things here that are waiting for you. Okay, just wow. You got the Three of Cups and the community from the oracles. So I'm going to pull one more card for you, and then we're going to close out your reading. Okay. What more do you have here? Yeah, that's your love. That guy. All right. Yeah. Hear it again. The soldier card in reverse. No more soldiering. You do not have to be on the front lines trying to fix everything for anybody. No more overgiving. Okay. So if you are the person who asked me about gambling, your gambler card is upright. So you may actually hit a lick. All right. I wouldn't overindulge in that, but it's very possible with all this energy this beautiful energy that you have coming in, you might go on a lucky streak, especially with this world card. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune didn't come out in your tarot, but yeah. All right. That is a true love you have there, with this. Oh, wow. I just thought about that. With this 10 of Cups energy and that lover card that came out. Oh, yeah. You in it to win it, sis. You are in it to win it. I love this for you. Yeah, I love this for you, Jamila. You guys, thank you for hitting that like button on your way in and that subscribe button. All right, Jacqueline, if you're still in the room, sweetheart, I want you to go ahead and put your question in the comment section. Jamila, what do you think about your reading, sweetheart? You say on point. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Glad I could be here for that. Okay. All right, Miss Jacqueline. What I'm doing now is resetting the cards. So while I'm doing that, I want you to go ahead and put your question in the comments. Okay. And Jacqueline, you want a general reading? Okay. Jacqueline is going to be my last reading for tonight, guys. Because my energy, I can tell, is starting to deplete pretty fast, because all that love that Miss Jamila is getting, it feels good, but all of these energies can be kind of overwhelming. All right. Get one more pass on these. Jacqueline wants a general reading. Let's see. Okay. I am going to clear the energy, Jacqueline. I'm going to clear the energy from Jamila's reading, so everything will be clear and fresh, cleared out and fresh for you, okay? So do me a favor and take some deep breaths here. We are going to cleanse the atmosphere, cleanse the cards, okay? Did you recently lose someone or something? Yeah, there was like some sort of failure or disappointment. Some conflict here. Yeah, was there a painful ending? Okay, yeah. It's been messing with you, haven't it? Okay. Have you been feeling like distracted and, just really pretty sad here? Mm-hmm. Give me more. You feeling like there's a lack of support, having conflict with others, breakdown in communication here with this Four of Wands reverse? But there is a King of Pentacles in your energy field. Someone who is a leader, who provides security, generosity. But you're just tired. You're in a period of kind of burnout and stress. She lost her pet. How about hey, good morning, Blog X. How about just be kind, okay? You guys, I swear. Sick people. All right. Okay, so there's a King of Pentacles energy here that's very, very, like, secure. You find security in them. They're very disciplined. They have an abundant heart and mindset, very generous. But then here comes this King of Swords reverse, someone who is emotionally controlling, and they have a loss of emotional control of their own, but very manipulative. And then this Nine of Pentacles energy is as if there's an obsession with work, and it's got you like really over emotional. You're not your usual self here. Okay, so the Page of Swords followed by the Queen of Swords, both reversed. It's like there's a regression here. Okay. Yeah, dealing with a lot of manipulation and deception from somebody. And it's really affecting how you respond. Okay. You're not being your usual self here. Who is this King of Pentacles? I'd like to know who this person is because they have good energy. Yes, a lot of unfinished business and emotional baggage. And then the Moon card reversed. So a lot of repressed emotions. This is okay. Thank you. Good news. So finally, the Eight of Wands comes in to, say that this is moving, moving out, and it's going to come quickly for you. Thank goodness, because I'm getting that this energy has lingered way too long. Okay. Oh, thank goodness. Yes, yes, yes. So you have both the Lovers and the Strength card coming right after this Eight of Wands. Okay. This is love coming in right here. Okay. This is you getting your strength back. And all of this is coming very quickly. Okay. So it's possible it's this King of Pentacles. But who is this manipulative person? Is this like a boss or a co-worker or a family member? Okay, so then here you have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You haven't had a lot of motivation or passion. You've been feeling uninspired, but this comes right up against this Strength card and this Lovers card. This is a call to action, okay? Especially right behind these three cards together. This Eight of Wands, the Strength, and the Lovers. This is a call to action to start working on self-development, okay? To pull in this kind of love, you have to... What flipped? Something flipped. Okay, we just gonna keep going because you'll come back out if you want me to know something. But yeah, in order to draw in this kind of love, where the Lovers card comes out, that has to start with you first. Okay. Yeah, here comes the Ace of Swords, mental clarity and breakthroughs. Awesome. All right. So yeah, it's time to work on self-development. If you're not feeling motivated, just think about, okay, so let me just, oh, I like him. Girl, you got to get on your team. You got to get yourself together because this is an amazing man right here. And you don't want to take all this stuff with you into this relationship because this dude is the real deal. Okay, you got the Emperor, the Lovers, and the King of Pentacles. This man got money. He has respect for himself and he has the respect of others. He's a great leader. He's very structured, okay? Very protective. He's self-disciplined and focused, okay? And again, he's a leader. But he doesn't just have money, because some of them have money and they be stingy. But he is generous, okay? And he's a true lover. He's very passionate, okay? He believes in deep love. He believes in the strength of two together. So your strength has to be upright, all right? So it's time to release past resentment, is what this is saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to get yourself together because the universe is ready to give you this, okay? But you got to be ready for it. And what I was about to say is, remember the times when you felt your absolute best? Oh, I just got a K. Oh, you ain't feeling it. I'm sorry. I just want what's best for you. You working on it? Yeah, just keep on. So what I was about to say is, remember the times when you were at your best. I don't care if you were 8 years old, 18 years old. It's just when you felt your most loved, you're most powerful, you're most beautiful. Okay, here's the healing heart card. Okay, so yeah, it's time for healing heartbreak and releasing, toxicity and moving on from those abusive relationships, just healing your heart. But remember those times, okay? Hello, Iris. The reason I'm saying remember that is because you have reached that vibration before, okay? So the way energy like this works, the way energy works, if you have reached a certain vibration where there was happiness, where there was joy, where there was peace, where, you felt good within and from without, that's a vibration that you've reached before. That energy has never left. Okay. You may have backed away from it. You may have been knocked, in a different direction, in polarity, so-called good and bad. It's the same vibration, just a different frequency. So right now, you're just operating at a lower frequency. So the more you tap into the fun memories and, affirming yourself and, hey, random mate, good to see you again. Thank you for the hugs. Tap into like the really sweet parts of you, like, and just release that resentment and all the things and the grief. Like, remember the loving times with your pet, just all the goodness. Tap into that because that energy is still there. It hasn't left. You're just vibrating, at a different frequency right now. But the more and on top of that, like, if you can just move from sad to okay, and then you can move from okay to, hey, this is okay, this is pretty good, right? But just take it day by day, but wake up every day with the intention that I know my true vibration. I know my true frequency, and that's where I'm headed. Okay? And you'll start to close the gap between where you are and where that frequency goes, but you're going up, okay? You're not bringing that energy down to you because you can't. The universe has put it here, okay? This is your real set point. See, we get confused about when we get to lower parts, we think this is our set point. Okay. But once you reach up to this set point, then the universe is ready to raise this one higher. All right. But we can't really get to it if we're, too focused on this one. Okay. All right. So, all right, Jamila, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on your way out. Thank you, sweetheart. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading. All right. So, you have the old school card that came out that gives you permission to do away with outdated thinking. Anything that is not serving you energetically or mentally, emotionally, this is your chance to do away with it. Here's the date card. All right. It's saying, be ready to get back out there. Be ready to meet someone new. All right. You deserve all the love, and especially for yourself. Okay. Yeah, this is the clock in reverse, but what that's saying is it's time for this cycle of sadness to end. It's time for you to cycle up to your highest vibration, okay, and start progressing. All right. Is there more here? Is there more? Okay, I'm going to pick up one more deck, and we're going to pull a few cards from that. All right. But you're doing okay, Miss Jacqueline. Just the fact that you're breathing and that you're here and, you haven't spazzed out on anybody to the point, where it's been bad for everybody. So you're doing great, okay? Yeah, so you've been just in a heart fog, okay, and just have a lot of blocked emotions. And I know it things have been messed up, but you're doing well, okay. Yeah, there's nothing really more to learn from the situation that you're in. You have all the lessons to be learned there have been learned. Okay. Um, you haven't really been feeling secure in your environment, but yeah. Oh, yeah, you just really been misunderstood. But it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. That's why I put that caption. I don't know why the universe led me to put that before I started this, but um, I put that caption that, the mirror only reflects light. So when you look in the mirror, that's what you need to see is light, because that's all that's there. You feel this in the area of great awakening. See so many seeking higher truth and guidance and leadership. Yes, I appreciate that. Yeah, I know you're trying. I know, I can sense it, I can see it, which is why all of these cards are coming up for you, because the universe wants to let you know that you are seen. This is the rejection card in reverse. You have not been abandoned. You have not been dismissed. Okay. The universe sees, feels, and knows everything that you're going through. The Most High sees. Okay. Like, you are supported. All right. You are not abandoned. You have not been dismissed. You have not been left alone. I'm going to pull one more card to close out your reading. All right. So, first you had the clock in reverse. Now you have the time. This is your moment. Okay. This is your moment. This time for this cycle to end. And for you to, I know you say you're trying. And I tell people, don't worry about believing, honey. Just know, because beliefs change. Trust me. Beliefs change with the wind. Beliefs change like feelings. They are very transient. That's another thing to remember. However you feel now won't be forever. Feelings shift with the wind. Beliefs shift with the wind. But knowing isn't always. Thank you, Random 8. Random 8 says, you got this. Okay, Jacqueline, I'm glad you got what you needed, sweetheart. So, but yeah, all is well. All is well. All is well. Okay. Thank you, Random 8, for Walter, is it? Is that the right? For all the compassionate support. Is that right, Random 8? Did I get it right? Okay, I'm just resetting the cards. Jacqueline, thank you for allowing me to bless you in that way. Yes, I remember. I actually prayed for you that night. Yes. How do you know I haven't turned to Jesus Christ? Presumptuous of you, isn't it? All right. Well, guys, thank you for hitting all the likes and everything as you came into the room. I'm not going to do any more readings, but I will just go ahead and let you guys know what I've been saying since the beginning of this video. When you look in the mirror, don't let yourself see anything but light. And for the person who just came into the room, just trying to throw Jesus in my face, Jesus said, I am the light of the world. And he also said the same about us. Okay, so that's what you see when you look in the mirror. People, man. Yeah. I probably know more about the Bible than you. Not that it's a flex or anything. All right. So this hello, easy to smile. Thanks for the smile. Um, but yeah, this has been fun. It's been a great and wonderful evening. I am just kind of close to my limit here. I did have a very kind of emotional day. I did go to my therapist. You know what I mean? I seek higher truth all the time, but I mostly seek it from within. So know thyself, right? And I don't look to my therapist for answers. I go there to hear myself speak to me in a different way. You say you don't have a budget for a therapist. Neither do I. Somehow the universe just makes that happen for me. um, because, I just believe everything that I want and need, I have. And if I say, you know what, I need this, or I want this, and then I say thank you, and I just know, not believe, I just I just know that it's there, that I have it in some kind of way. I look up and it's like, somebody else send me something, or um yeah, I'm just never without what I need, and I'm so grateful. Just so grateful for that. And it just comes from an inner knowing. Grateful changes the air, exactly. Yeah, it just comes with an inner knowing. So rest well, my friend. Sending you some of my heart energy to be with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything as well. I appreciate that. Yes, much love. Much love. So, but yeah, I just want you guys to know, and to don't say I think, or I need, or I want without saying I know. Okay? So it's really all very real. All right. So, as I was saying, I go to my therapist so that I can hear myself, know myself in a different way, right? What comes up, any tears that come up, anything that comes up. And as I'm speaking, it's like, who is this? Is this really me? Is this, some untapped energy that I haven't, you know, really noticed? Is this something that needs to be um, disenfranchised from me, all those things. And you don't actually need therapy to do that. Remember that mirror I was talking about? There is light there. That's your light. And you can talk to your light. Okay. And your light will talk back. All right. So you can cry to that light. You can, laugh to that light. All right. And then this is one last thing that I will say. When you don't feel good, when you don't feel right, easy to smile will agree with me on this one. Just smile, or go into some crazy, idiotic laugh. Okay, and it completely. Yeah, I guess you can talk to the phone. You can just yeah, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, just laugh, just smile, and you can like completely shift your vibration within a few seconds. Okay. It does something to you physiologically, emotionally, mentally, just to smile, or just some deep, crazy belly laugh. Okay. So with that, when you had your awakening, God instructed you to look in the mirror to see, yeah, their creation. Yes, that is so true. I mean, self-hate is just, oh, the worst. That people want to talk about demons. Self-hate. Okay. Yeah, it will change your entire experience. Okay. So that's why you'll hear me harp on self-love. And it's not that superficial, self-care is a part of it, but that's not it. It's that knowing that I am here because I deserve to be here. I am worthy because I exist. Okay. And I get to dictate what this life looks for me, because it was given to me. It's mine. Okay. And I don't fear death. I don't fear any of that, because I have always been and I will always be. I am that I am has sent me. Okay. So yeah, I'm just over the moon right now with gratitude and appreciation for all of you and for this time that we've spent this evening. So I am going to go and hydrate and just decompress and meditate and kind of clear out some of the energies. I know the love is here and I feel it. It's just some of the other energies that come with it have to definitely be cleared out so the love can remain and I can keep doing this. Okay. All right. I am so grateful for you guys. I really, really, truly appreciate all of you. And I will be, what's today, Wednesday? I will be live again Sunday evening, sometime after 6 Central Time. I'm on like Chicago time, Dallas time, Atlanta. No, I think Atlanta might be different, but Chicago, Dallas, um, Alabama, Central Time, Central and Mountain Time. Okay. So it'll be sometime, between the 6 and 7 o'clock hour. That time Sunday, I'll be back live. But remember, I do post videos like throughout the week daily. And you guys, if they run across your For You page or your, what do you call it? Your feed, please try and watch those for me and give me a thumbs up. I'm trying to get pushed back into the algorithm for my daily uploads because I had been shadow banned at one time. And so I'm trying to like reverse that. That came from some hater energy. So we're not going to really go into how and why that happened. But yeah, just trying to get back into the algorithm. So share my channel also if you like. And thank you for the subscriptions and all of the thumbs up. You guys are amazing. Like, y'all have no idea how much I appreciate you. This is something, I'm gonna share this last story and then I'm gonna get off because I'm a chatterer. But I I've known about my gift since I was about 4, I think. It's when my mom discovered that I had it based on a dream that I had had. I woke up and I told her about this dream. And then that day, everything that I had dreamed happened, like in detail. It came to pass that very day. And so from there, I started being able to like sense things, and then I would have premonitions and visions, and then I was clairaudient and things like that. But I kind of kept those things a lot to myself because I didn't want to get like labeled crazy or, because I had seen people like, people like, or like some people come in here trolling, you get called demonic or, devil possessed and all these kind of stuff. So I kind of kept that to myself over the years. And then there were times when I would use my gift and people would start saying those things that I was devil possessed, that I was, what do you call it? A witch. Like they come in these comments saying, or that, I'm going to hell or all these things, including family members. And so I suppressed and I pushed it back. And so all of that just kind of started overwhelming me because I knew that I would see things and hear things and know things. And I had always been interested in tarot, right? But I would shy away from it because I was just so like not wanting to be judged and not wanting to be condemned, right? And then one day I had a very serious heart issue. And I just started really hearing from the divine that you have too much locked into your heart that needs to get out and it's going to kill you, right? And I'm like, nah, not me, not me. And then I almost died, okay? And it took me 2 years to work back from that situation. And I'm actually still working through it now. But one day, about that was back in, like, I think October, I just went online and I ordered me some tarot cards because I'm like, you know what? This is what I want to do, and I'm not going to let anybody tell me I'm a witch or I'm going to hell, because I know that I can help people. I know I've been given this gift for a reason. This is, I'm indignant at this point, right? I'm just mad at everybody who told me that I shouldn't help people. Okay. And so I ordered cards, and then I started like reading my neighbors, and all of them were like, it came at the right time, because I could feel the energy in my complex. I could feel people just being so weighted down because they needed answers. They were just burdened with what to do, not knowing where to go, not know, so and I wondered, like, why was I led to tarot? And then I was told that it's because people can see these, right? Because I can sit up and tell you my vision all day, right? Or I can tell you what I sense all day, but it's like you don't really have a true connection or visual to it. But this gives a tangible way for you to see, even if you don't see the cards like right up against me because you're on the phone, right? But you see me touching your truth. Okay, and that's what I was told. You see me touching your truth. You see me touching the reality that has been created for you. Okay, and so from that moment on, then I started doing um, lives on Facebook, just on there, just practicing, because it's just like I'm a person. I always want to know, like, I want to feel, I want to understand, and I want to know. So I did that for a while before I actually started my YouTube channel, because I didn't want to come on here and act like I knew stuff I didn't know. I was researching, understanding like the meanings, and I still do that. Like, I have other cards that I don't use in public readings. I use for like private readings or for my membership. But I'm constantly consuming and understanding what it is that I'm meant to be doing here. Okay, so it is not by happenstance. I am not here willy nilly. I am here to. I am here. What I've been told the last few days is I am here for true lovers. Okay, the narcissists, the sociopaths, the self-centered people, the greedy people. God bless their soul. They've had their chance. Okay. The world is never going to be perfect, but love is the only thing that keeps us from falling into total destruction. And it's now time for the true lovers to have their peace, PEACE, okay, and to have their time. It's our time, okay? It's no longer time, if you're a true lover, no longer time to be run over, taken advantage of, sat in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. Y'all Google that if you don't know what that means. But nobody puts baby in a corner. It's time to come out of those corners. It's time to come out of those shadows. It's time to come out of that sadness, that darkness, that depression. Your light. It's time for your light to shine. It's time for you to come on, stand up in your power, your truth, and your love, and be the lover that you are. Okay? You ain't got to save the world with your love. Save yourself, and the world itself will vibrate higher. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Okay? That's all I got. That's all I got. But I had to get that out, right? Because my heart is just so full. I just had to get it out. All right. So I am going to go ahead and get off this time before I start another story. Okay. So, all right. Thank you, Random 8. Thank you, AR Creative. Okay, Aries, I'll be back Sunday night. All right. A green witch. Okay. Positive energy. I love that. Okay. Thank you, Easy to Smile. You grew up being stood in a corner. Nobody puts baby in a corner. You're welcome, Aries. All right, Wendy. All right, guys. So let's go and have a wonderful night. Be very positive and energetic. Take that to bed with you and wake up with it in the morning. Okay? All right. Again, so much love, giving so much, just all of the positive outflowing of energy, and I'm receiving all the powerful outpouring of love and energy that I can get. So, um, Random A, Easy to Smile, Aries, all of you guys who have been here tonight, Jacqueline, thank you so much. And again, you're welcome, Aries. I appreciate that. All right, so don't forget to hit the subscribe on your way out. And remember, I am Jua, and you have been read. Have a wonderful night. Blowing kisses. Bye bye.